Okay, this is the image I want it to freeze on, but it almost never freezes on where I want it to freeze, but whatever, here we go. And I don't edit these things, that's why you're seeing it raw. Almost everything I shoot is raw. Uh, Raw, one take, make it happen, and all that. So, uh, from this auction, this is the tail end of the stuff. I have a little bit of Christmas stuff that's going up. The egg that's going up. This ornament, this little tray thing. Radio, a cassette recorder from who knows when. I gotta look that up. Uh, Looks old. Looks like it's in the packaging. Looks like it has the owner's manual, and the box is just absolutely horrible, but we'll see. And then at this auction, I had some fur coats and a whole bunch of 90s clothing in a closet, and that all worked out. This baby was also, and I put all those fur coats and such in my closet to keep them hung up, and for whatever reason, I didn't list this one. Uh, so I found this one, and I was like, what's that? And as I'm looking through so I put away stuff yesterday, and I was like, oh, great. So I missed that one. So this is like a Russian coat from like the 90s. The scarf is Russian, the coat is Russian, and the brooch is whatever, just probably some fake stuff. But I'm going to call it fake stuff. I'm not going to actually call it anything, but it looks pretty. So here's your holiday outfit because it's got that nice shade of green, and I see somebody wearing it in the holidays. It is a size 10, so you want to throw that up. Yep. So this one's made in Russia. The later ones were made in Ukraine. Which, I mean, say what you want to say there. Same brand. So this is like from like the 90s, early 90s, and it's got that festive green, which will look great in the holiday. Maybe don't wear a scarf in the holiday, but yeah. So I'm gonna include the scarf, the brooch, and the coat in one little package. When I ship it, I'm going to ship it in a box. When I ship it, I'm going to take the brooch off so the brooch doesn't tear or whatever, and put that in a little baggie and then ship it that way. And the only downside to that is I've tore down my photo station, which is just a flat lay, and it just keeps it like 40 inches off the ground. I'm really hoping it's going to freeze on that little half a second I did to show you my photo station. So yeah, I'm going to put that up, do that, and then tear it down. It's going to take me probably 20 minutes to put that up and tear that down for one piece of clothing. But whatever. I want it done. I want this auction done so I can move on to the next. And then, yeah. Oh, this little thing also. This little scalloped dealy. And, oh yeah, I wanted to show you this. So this is how so all of my photo station is here is a drafting table with two lights, okay? And it does give me shadows if I'm not good about it. But it also, so all it is sheets. I have my little thingy, it's off camera to do that. And then sometimes I put a thing on top. But it's just, I got the foam down, which soaks up that light. You can kind of see it. And then it also, sometimes I'll put a thing over top. Sometimes I got like a black one for anything that needs to be that's totally see-through. I'll put a piece of black one down, and then otherwise I have another white sheet if I absolutely need it. But small things like this are basically, it goes like that, and it doesn't look absolutely horrible, and you know it's a realistic deal. It doesn't have a white background. And then this thing is just a ruler that goes up there, real basic, but it holds it, so I don't need to hold it with another hand. I can be like, boom, as far as the height. And then actually on these I've actually been putting the height in the measurements in, still staying rough but putting the measurements in. And then I'm saying the photo station, all it is some stuff, and then I lay it down, but then I got to tear it down because I got to get around it. But that keeps all my photoing in one station. And yes, I got to set up all my lights again. I have these generic lights, they work. I got 4 of them. One of them's hiding behind there. And then just go boom, 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 boom. Set those up, turn those on, or set those up, put all the foam down, set those up, get the lights up, get them all angled, plug everything in, and then there we go. And then get that up, but it's going to take me like 30 minutes to set that up for one piece of clothing. That being said, the alternative is throwing this thing right to Goodwill instead of listing it. And I do think it's like a holiday piece just because of the color of the green. it'll look good for somebody walking down the street, you know, in the holiday dealie. And I'm going to sell all this as a combo because why not? It all came as a combo. I'm selling it as a combo, including the brooch, which is, I don't know, the brooch is like only make $10 or $15, but it all adds up to a little, you know, worth doing. So that's going up. I'll probably sell it with that hanger. I don't know if that's a special hanger. It's probably the hanger for this. So I'm not selling it with the bag though, because the bag ripped. When I opened it up, the bag ripped, and it's like, shoot, oh well. Otherwise, I would have sold it with the bag, so with the hanger, with the bag, and that way they could have pretty much just taken it out of the thing. Maybe hit it with the dry cleaners again. I hit it with some steam clean, but then I'm going to hit it with some steam clean, and basically that's it. Because I know they're going to get it, and if they're probably going to hit it with a steam cleaner themselves, or send it out to be dry cleaned themselves. So I'm going to do it like this, ship it all out, but yeah, just hit it with a steam cleaner, up and down, and it's been in the bag, so I'm really not concerned. And I think it has tags on it, or it was dry cleaned right before it went in the bag, and I just broke the thing. So otherwise, yeah, I got a nice rip. So whatever, the bag's trash now, so I'm not shipping the bag, obviously. But if I didn't break the bag, like I did with the fur coats, I would have shipped it with the bag, probably inside the bag, to increase, or not increase, to decrease all creases and such like that. But whatever, stuff happens. So shipping that out, actually stuff happens. That typewriter that I did yesterday, that was fun. I showed it in the video, in the morning video, showed it all working and such, and then went out to actually test it in the afternoon. One of the little plastic gears inside of there broke. Turns out the thing was from like 1987, you know, and I just went to typing like it was 2025, and got like 10 keys in where the ink wasn't even hitting the paper. And yeah, one of the little plastic gears broke. So I gathered up plastic gear, put that in a baggie, or took photos of it, put all the bits and pieces of the plastic gear into a baggie, and then I sold the thing as powers on, not working. Because yeah, the thing wouldn't even move at that point. It wouldn't go up, wouldn't go down. That old plastic gear was pretty dang important. So I did that. Maybe somebody can take that out of the baggie and 3D print the gear and put it all together, or whatever. It's sold as decor at this point, because it's obviously not working. But yeah, stuff like that happens. I'd much rather happen to me than get it to the customer, and the customer sees the video of it working, and then it's not. So I didn't even upload a video of that working. I just said powers on for parts, and showed a whole bunch of pictures, including pictures of the broken gear, so that there's no questions of what is this broken gear for. I don't actually know where it's for. It was something buried. So, but it's an important deal. But yeah, that kind of stuff happens where it's testing great one day and it's not the next. So that decreased the value, obviously, and I'm going to sell it for a lot less now. But whatever, that's up. That's an item in the barn. It weighed like 27 pounds, so shipping's not going to be cheap. But they made like 3 or 4 versions of that typewriter. And that was like the very first version. So you get a collector, they're going to want that first version. Maybe they got everything but this piece. The casing on that was actually pretty good. So maybe they got one of the broken case. And there's a whole bunch of little parts on that where somebody wants to restore one, they can. I want to keep it out of the junkyard. So there we go. But yeah, throwing this coat up, throwing that up, throwing that up, throwing that up, throwing that up, and throwing this scallop thing up. And there we go. That's what I'm throwing up today. Just kind of sucks that I got to rebuild my photo station for one clothing item. Because I don't have any more clothing items. Then I got to go through after all this is up and see if I have any holiday stuff in those 2 piles. I have 2 more piles after this. I have some tractor parts. I have several bikes to tear down, and I have 2 vehicles to tear down. But those vehicles, the bikes, are going to basically wait until roughly January because I'm out of the peak season there. I do have about half the bike stuff up. I got like saddlebags and a couple side covers for bike parts. But the rest of the bike parts are going to wait until probably January because peak season hits starts in February and it goes to about the middle of summer. So there's no point in listing those right now and missing out on holiday stuff that is in peak season right now. I should be. So if I have absolutely any holiday stuff, it's got to go up now. Otherwise, I'm going to miss the holiday peak of Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, anything like that. I'm going to miss that, so I need to throw those up ASAP. And then once that's up, I can go back to just listing those two piles, in which those piles have all over the place stuff. But yeah, throwing all that up. And yeah, anyway, there we go. See you, folks.